I think what's so interesting is that doctors who clearly can read, I mean, they're literate by definition. They're not stupid by definition, you hope, but I think it's true. They're smart. They look at the evidence and like everything they said was fundamentally everything they said was wrong about the vax. And it's hurt a lot of people. And like, where are all the, and some doctors, I know the three that you mentioned, and they're great, but there are tens of thousands of doctors in the United States. And why aren't they all standing up and saying, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I cannot believe I recommended it. I mean, I endorsed the Iraq war in 2003. And at the end of 2003, I realized I was wrong. And I felt bad about it for 20 years. 20 years. In fact, it was 20 years ago this week that I went to Iraq. And I felt bad about it ever since then. And at every opportunity, I apologize, not to please other people, but to maintain my dignity, my self-respect. I mean, that's a prerequisite. You have to, if you hurt someone unintentionally, you have to say, I'm sorry. And I can't believe that 99% of American doctors won't do that. And I'm not going to them, by the way. I would never go to a doctor who was still lying about COVID, because that's a dangerous person. That's an immoral person and a dangerous person.
My own personal doctor, who I won't name because she's already been attacked, was the one who pushed back. She treated me when I was vaccine injured. I called her, yes, and I was afraid that she wasn't going to believe me. She said, Jimmy, I'm treating 5 people just like you. 3 of them are nurses, 2 of them are doctors, and none of them feel comfortable to talk about it. And so she knew really early on that there was something nefarious going on. She was the one, they told her they wouldn't let her treat patients. They would, when they would come in for COVID, they would just tell her to intubate them. And she was like, everybody's dying. So she started giving them steroids. And they came to her and said, hey, you're breaking the rules. You're not allowed to give people steroids. And she said, yeah, but my patients are living and your patients are dying. And then 6 months later, the FDA and the CDC reversed their advice on that and said, okay, you can give them steroids. And so I was very, very lucky to have my own personal doctor be on the forefront of that. And so I trust her more than anything.
What a blessing. No, you're just so fortunate to have someone with deep medical knowledge who is a decent human being and not insane. And, most people, including me, do not have access to a doctor like that. And I've met doctors I like, and I'm sure they're competent in their specialties, but I can't get past it. It's like, oh, I'm great at my job. I killed a bunch of people, but I'm a great person. It's like, no, it's too big. It's too big a sin to overlook. Like, you have no credibility unless you apologize for that and explain how you reached that wrong conclusion. That's like, anyway, I can't get past it.